$19 with free shipping. Why order some low-dose sildenafil from one of those subscription services when we can give you what you want now? Call 800-990-6271 and we'll rush your order discreetly packaged to your door. Been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? Call U.S. Pharmacy at 800-990-6271 for as little as only $119 for 90 pills. Need your package in a hurry? Call 800-990-6271 and ask about our express shipping option, and we'll rush your order to you as soon as possible. Save money on the little blue or yellow pill you've been wanting to try. Again, 800-990-6271 now. That's 800-990-6271.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit beefy, or even with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Affordable term life insurance is out there. Call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-481-1458, 800-481-1458, or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too.
The ground ball shot up the middle into center field, a base hit. Cabrera into score, stopping at second. Haas, big 2-out RBI single for Daz Cameron.
The Tigers play 1:50 today on 790 News Radio WSGW. Now, the only locally produced farm radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henney and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. It's a beauty out there. 67 degrees at the airport, 67 here at Radio Center as well as downtown Midland, downtown Bay City. We do have a little bit of a breeze, but not much. Northeast under 5 miles per hour. Steady barometer, 30.15. High pressure system off to the west of us, not too far away from us. And that high is going to be dropping down almost southward, right straight through the bottom of Lake Michigan, the southernmost sections, and then moving into the Ohio River Basin over the next couple of days or so. So today, very pleasant conditions. Temperatures a little bit below average for this time of the year, but we'll take it. 75 is our projected high. We should be at 79. Drop down to about 49 degrees tonight. Once again, very pleasant as far as our temperatures are concerned. Sun will set about 9:20. Rise tomorrow morning at 5:54. And then tomorrow, that high pressure will be south and east far enough to start to push some pretty warm, humid air up into Michigan. Tomorrow, our projected high is going to be 86. We're looking for a low tomorrow night of 64. I think we're going to have mostly sunny skies. Clouds will be moving in late tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night, but not real heavy, thick clouds. We should see a sunset tomorrow night. But then after midnight, the chances of precipitation are going to be increasing because we do have a low pressure system feeding off of that high that is going to be pushing a little bit of humid air and some moisture-laden stuff into the state of Michigan. So maybe close to sunrise on Friday morning. I think that's going to be the best chance of seeing any precipitation. And then a little bit later in the day on Friday, because it's going to be a humid, warm day on Friday, we could see the possibility of some shower activity again. The low pressure system that is going to be generating the moisture is going to be situated over Wisconsin. And that low will move through the northern part of the lower peninsula during the late afternoon and the evening hours on Saturday. So that's why the chances of precipitation will increase. But we're not going to have as good of a chance late in the day on Friday and Friday night as what we will early Friday morning. Then on Saturday, everything's going to clear out. Sunshine, 80 degrees, so a little bit cooler. Another high pressure system, this one over Minnesota, is going to be affecting our weather for the weekend. So we're going to be looking at temperatures in the low 80s on both Saturday and Sunday with very little chance of any moisture until late Sunday night and early Monday morning. Again, there's going to be a chance of a morning and an afternoon shower on Monday. But the interesting thing about next week is our temperatures are going to be running below average. Precipitation values, unfortunately, also won't be much better. Average next week, we're going to be looking at 80s, low 80s, nighttime lows, low 60s. So 3 to 4 degrees cooler than that. Nobody is going to complain one bit. We're going to be looking at some pretty decent weather next week. Long range outlook to take us all the way through the 29th of June. Temperatures right around normal. Precipitation values, we'll go optimistic. We'll say average for this time of the year. Record high in this state is 97, set in 1994. The record low was 40, set in 1914 and tied in 1964. And a year ago today, 81 was our high, 52 was our low. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Cody Harris standing by at Star of the West. Hopefully we can stem the tide here and get the markets heading in a little bit different direction than what they have been as of late. We'll find out. But before we do that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. The Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency wants to remind you that you should be prepared. You don't have any idea what's going to be happening with this weather. It gets pretty crazy, and some of you have been hit by a little bit of hail. Might be a very good idea to take a second look at some of these crops. If you don't have hail insurance, maybe you should contact the folks at the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. Very reasonable cost to give you added protection. And the coverage also includes that of vandalism and transit to your farm. So check it out today. They are licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. And the agents at the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency can be reached directly on their cell phones if you do have questions or emergencies. Their office number is 989-868-4722 in Reese, the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. We say good morning to Cody Harris over at Star of the West. Cody, the markets have been a little sour here the past couple of days or so. What's going on today?
Well, we got a little bit of change of pace today, Terry. We got corn and wheat. They're in the positives. And it seems like soybeans are battling back right now. They're in the red, but just slightly here. I'm kind of bouncing back off of lows that were early this morning. But looking at everything the way it sits right now, we got cash wheat right now. That's up 8, 640 on the white, 605 on the red. Looking over at new crop wheat, that's up 8 as well, 640 on the white, 605 on the red. Looking over at cash corn, that is up 17 at 670. New crop corn is up 8 at 532. And looking over at soybeans, cash soybeans are down 5 at 14.51, and new crop soybeans are down 9 at $13 even.
Any particular reason why we're seeing a little bit of a turnaround today?
Well, like I think I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, a lot of analysts and everything are looking at the weather, Terry. It seems like the weather forecast kind of throughout the countryside has been dry. That in itself is kind of affecting some of the wheat growing areas, especially out in the plains and around Kansas, where they're kind of in that vulnerable time frame out there. And then in addition to corn, we're looking at corn. Weather's been extremely dry in kind of that western corn belt. And even, forecast may call for some cooler weather, maybe some rains at the end of next week, maybe into this weekend, might catch a little bit of rain. That's still putting a little bit of pressure on the market as we go forward. In addition to that, big mover right now, like I said, was corn. Cash corn's up 18 cents. So it's like looking at the market, kind of dove through some articles here this morning. And I guess yesterday we're kind of looking at some South American corn. They're still in a heavy drought down there. That second corn crop down there in Brazil, a lot of traders are keeping an eye on that. And as of right now, I think on Monday, the Brazil's ag minister was open to the idea to open imports of corn from the U.S. in an effort to keep their supplies available as the country suffers that drought. So that right there is kind of putting a little bit of a bullish tone in corn and wheat as we move forward. But a lot of people are focused on weather right now, in addition to that USDA crop and seedings report coming out June 30th at the end of the month.
All righty. You have yourself a good day, Cody. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Terry.
You bet. A little bit more as far as what the markets are doing. Over to Oppenheimer with Doug Klein we go. The market report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. It's Ram Spring commercial truck season going on at the dealer that knows trucks and vans. You can buy with confidence from a dealer where family and service sells cars. And they are the Great Lakes Bay Area's certified ag dealer, Schaefer and Beerline. And by Foster Blue Water Oil, they're taking your diesel to another level with Diesel Guard Supreme Plus from Valve Tech Petroleum. More power, cleaner injectors, maximum lubricity, year-round protection, and up to 8% improved fuel economy. That's what you get. Contact more. Foster Blue Water Oil. They'll help you out with whatever questions you've got. Or you can go online, fosterbluewateroil.com. Hi, Doug. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I see a little bit more green today.
Multi-year high in crude oil. That's what you're talking about, right?
No, I didn't want that.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Bit of a slump in the stockpiles of crude oil. Highest level of refining since January of 2020. So about 18 months. So that's picking up. And of course, there's a trader out there that says they're going to run that crude oil to 100 because they can, if they want to, whenever they feel like it. So we know how that works when you got a trillionaire behind you.
Yep.
What you want to do. Of course, you got the Fed juicing at 2 o'clock, so everybody's watching for that, and expectations are high. So we'll see what happens, but we kind of sort of know. Here's your numbers. July corn is 685, up 17.5. December corn 582 and a quarter, up 8.5. July soybeans 1458, down 7 3/4. The November soybeans 1363.5, down 10 cents. July wheat is 669 3/4, up 8 1/4. And December wheat is 679 1/4, up 7 cents. Crude oil 71.88, up 74 cents. The heating oil is 212.17, up a penny. Gasoline is 217.73, up 7/10 of a penny. Natural gas is 326, that's up a penny and a half. Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar gets you $1.2168 at the border. That's down 12 ticks. The yen is at 109.90, down 17 ticks. The euro is at 121.13, down 11 ticks. The dollar's at 90.55. That's up a tick and a half. Gold is at 1857.40. That's up $3. Silver's at 27.88, up 19 cents. Platinum's at 11.43.50. It's down $5.10.
Not a big move there.
No, not at all.
Wholesale
Good
gas
trade.
price again. Where are we?
17 plus 65. What, 283, but
Yep.
there's that unknown gray area for shipping, handling, and miscellaneous profits.
Yep, that their miscellaneous column.
Yeah, the miscellaneous.
Get you every time. Doug, take care, all right?
Okay, yep, you too.
Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call today for a quote. And by the folks at the Nature Conservancy. They want to recognize farmers in our area about their extraordinary achievements. Nominations are now open in several categories. So if you care about water quality and soil health in the Saginaw Valley, then we're talking to you. Nominate a farmer by July the 1st at www.soilsavings.com. Jerry Samalski joining me right now. Jerry, what should we be doing?
Terry, seeing some articles about Michigan State University's diagnostic center, they're getting a lot of calls on needle casts on spruce trees. So that's just kind of inherent to the plant. It was a disease that was never in our area, now is, and it primarily affects blue spruce. So if you got a blue spruce that's browning from the inside and losing and getting thinner and thinner, that's a needle cast disease, and that needs to be treated twice a year, almost perpetually, I'm sorry to say. But even the big trees will need to be sprayed. And if they're really performing a windbreak and performing a service like that, you might think about replacing them with another sort of evergreen and letting them go until it's time to have them go. Meanwhile, you've had 3, 4, or 5 years of something coming up to take its place. So needle cast is really an issue. It's hitting our area. So, you can get a hold of Extension and or your local landscaper nurseryman, and they can help you figure out what to do.
Again, that's needle cast, right?
Yeah, it's a rhizosphere needle cast, but it's a fungal disease that happens on primarily blue spruce. Whites, Norways, and Black Hills aren't as nearly as prevalent.
Okay. Jerry, thank you for the advice. We'll check it out if we got the problem. You take care.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yep.
Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Well, Scott DeVries with Nutrien Ag. We had a chance to talk to a couple of folks this morning on our Talkin' Beans social stream live. Hopefully some folks will check that out. We were talking about the progress of the crops. The dry beans are out of the ground in some cases. What about some of the other things growing out there? What are we looking at right now? Any disease or weed pressures on the horizon?
It's a great question, Terry. Probably the weed pressure is we went through that drought, from April 1st to the end of May, and some of the soil residuals did not work quite as good. So we they worked. Don't think there wasn't money wasted, but they weren't as effective as they would have been if they would have got a half inch of rain on top of them within a week or so of application. So we're seeing a lot of weeds, a lot of post-emergence applications. The guys are going back in, and with some of the tight supply constraints that we have with products like glufosinate or glyphosate, it's going to be a little bit of a strain on the marketplace. But them are some of the big things we're looking at: pigweeds, water hemp. Some species right now are really coming in, and with them being glyphosate resistant, there's a number of challenges in keeping everybody hopping out there.
Well, that's what I was wondering about the resistant weeds. Are we seeing a lot more of them, wider spread right now?
Yeah, I think we are. It's guys they're noticing them, and we need to make sure we lead with agronomy, do the right things, use more residuals, maybe layers some residuals, do some things along that way that are good for the future. And commodity prices are right now. It's time to make sure we take care of this crop, and we set up our weed control for the future. Using a residual, the commodity prices are too good not to use a residual, and make sure we do it right and do the right agronomics.
Yeah, you bring up a real good point, and that is the prices are pretty good. That crop is worth quite a bit of money. So now's the time to be asking the experts if you've got any questions at all. Scott, you take care.
Yes,
have a
sir.
great day, okay?
Thanks, Terry.
You bet. Scott DeVries with Nutrien Ag.
Have you been thinking about how much you need to save for retirement? Are you already retired and wonder how you can protect and grow your savings? What about the risk level of your current investments? If you have these or other questions about your financial future, now is the best time to get them answered. This is Kim Martin, financial advisor at Thumb Bank and Trust. No matter what life stage you're in, having the right retirement plan will give you peace of mind. At Thumb Bank and Trust, we have been helping clients meet their financial goals for over 125 years. Please give us a call at 866-862-3113 to schedule a conversation. I look forward to answering your questions and helping you build a plan that gives you peace of mind. Non-deposit investment products and services are not insured by FDIC or otherwise federally insured and are not a deposit or guarantee of the bank and may involve investment risk, including possible loss of principal. Thumb Bank and Trust, with locations in Pigeon, Caseville, Cass City, Bad Axe, and Bay City, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Along with me, Joe Kramer with the Michigan Bean Commission. Joe, we had a fun morning this morning with Scott Bales. He was out in a black bean field, also some red kidneys out in the Deckerville area. We learned a lot about the crop and how it stands right now. One thing, though, we didn't talk too much about is once we get that crop in the bin, where are we sending it these days?
Well, Terry, that's a good point. Things are moving pretty good, but I was talking with Emily at Ackerman Marketing this morning, and they still struggle to get trucks, and they're struggling with rail cars, but logistics issues still are strong, but demand's still there. So we need to keep moving.
One thing that Scott brought up was that the quality of the crop, at least as far as the seed quality of it, really high quality and a lot of different varieties available to farmers today, isn't it?
It is. I think the seed that's available today is just got a lot more vigor and a lot more yield potential. And a lot of that seed's been developed through the research programs, but we don't have some of the problems we used to. And there's a lot of yield potential if we can manage disease and some of the other challenges. But I think growers are enjoying that, and it sure helps us compete with soybeans today.
And again, there's plenty of opportunity. We do have a lot of demand for our product right now, don't we?
We do, and like we talked this morning, we need every acre to produce every bag we can get out of it this year, and combine that with a little bit of carryover, and I think we can meet demand. But we're worried. We need to look forward to 2022 as well and make sure we gain some acres back, because I don't think we're going to have the carryover to fall back on a year from now.
Boy, it sure looks that way. Joe, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
Thanks, Terry.
You bet.
Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center. We're more than a custom paint store. We have everything you need. From carpet to lighting, it's all here. With quality and satisfaction guaranteed. Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center.
Since 1959, count them, that's 62 years, Northeastern Paint Supply has been serving the Tri-Cities. We have the most knowledgeable staff in the area, offering you the highest quality products in the industry. Benjamin Moore Paints, Hunter Douglas Blinds, Quazell and Kitchener Lighting, Flooring from Flooring America, fireplace doors, gas logs, and custom-made rugs. It's all here under one roof. Northeastern Paint Supply, Saginaw and Bay City.
Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center.
We'll be back at 12:30 with an update, so you stick around. But now we join radio stations all across the country by playing our national anthem.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton,